Facing the horrifying tactics that you described, President Zelensky has asked, I think pleaded is probably a better word, for additional support. Specifically, he would like the United States to support Poland's offer to provide MiG-29 jets to Ukraine that would help them, he says, in fending off Russian air attacks. The United States, in fairly strong language, has described that proposal as not tenable, high risk, and has essentially rejected it. Walk our viewers through the rationale for the United States deciding that's not a good idea.
So, just to step back to make sure that folks appreciate what NATO allies are doing, every single member of the NATO alliance right now is providing assistance to Ukraine. Almost all of them are providing lethal support. Some are doing it contrary to long-standing policies. Norway, Germany, others have taken decisions to provide lethal support, sometimes for the first time in many, many decades. We also have many countries providing humanitarian support as well. In the case of the particular situation with Poland, where Poland had heard this request come in from Ukraine about the Soviet era MiGs, every ally is doing their very best right now to assess what more they can do to support Ukraine. Poland heard this request come in from Kyiv. They then tried to think through ways in which they could deliver on that specific request. They consulted with the United States. The U.S. has had many questions about it. The logistics of actually transferring these planes to Ukraine, it's very complicated. There are open-ended questions about pilots, about fuel, about missiles, and then just the sheer mechanics of moving them across a border. So you did hear correct that the Pentagon's position on this, the Biden administration's position, we believe that this is not tenable. What we're looking right now is at other ways we can support Ukraine's security needs in the area of air defense, looking at additional javelins, manpads, other ways that we can fortify them against these attacks. But this was not really a moment of disunity. This was a moment where we had a conversation and a debate about whether or not this was the right thing to be doing. But what I can tell you from here at NATO headquarters is that the allies are united. We're all operating from the same central point. We all have the same intention, and that is to provide as much to Ukraine as we can in this moment.